Hello, second grade. Today we are going to learn some social studies and we're talking about economics. That's a big word and it has to do with these vocabulary words. So I want to go over these and then I'm going to give you some information and then we're going to read a few stories and you're going to do an activity. So the first word is the word goods. You may have heard of this word before, and it doesn't mean good, something's good. This is goods with an S, and it usually goes with the words goods and services. Goods means something that is made or something that's grown. So an example of something that's made would be, well, I'll take something that relates to our life right now. Toilet paper. Toilet paper is something that is made in a factory, something that a lot of people need right now with our stay-at-home orders and not being able to go out very much. Something that's grown, well, you can think of that. Maybe you have some strawberries in your refrigerator right now, or some bananas, or some vegetables. Those are goods that are made or grown. Now, goods often goes with the word services, goods and services. You'll hear that a lot. Services are something that someone does for someone. So we can think about the people in the grocery store that work there. Okay, that's a service that they provide. We can think of some people that are not serving right now because of things that are going on in the world right now, like people that work in restaurants. Some of the restaurants are closed. Some of the people in the restaurants, like the people that come out and hand you your food or put it in your car, that would be a service. A barber, someone who cuts your hair, which is another thing we can't do right now. That would be a service. Okay, so this is something that someone does for another person. Okay, so let's look at the word, this is a big word, consumer. What is a consumer? Well, you are, my friend. I am. A person who buys goods and services is a consumer. We consume them. We take them. It can be something we eat, something we buy. That is a consumer. Now, what do you think a producer is? Opposite words. So if you're not taking things, this is a person who sells them to you. Or this is someone who does a particular job for you. They produce something. A factory worker is a producer. Okay. The next word is opportunity cost. Well, that is when we're making a choice between two things, like the things you choose to give up in order to get something else. So maybe at some time you decide, getting something is more important. Maybe food or toilet paper is more important than maybe buying a toy right now. Okay. Barter. The word barter means to trade items without the use of money. We kind of talked about this a little bit when we talked about the Pilgrims and the Indians way back. Bartering doesn't happen a whole lot. But your dads and moms that are in the service, in the armed forces, they may talk about bartering. This is something that either we can trade something we have, or we can lower the cost of something. It doesn't happen a whole lot here, but this would be an example of instead of using money, say that Pilgrims and the Indians, they would trade. Maybe the Indians had a necklace and the Pilgrims maybe had a gun or something that the Indians could use, and so they traded. So barter would be a trade, but we're not using money. Resources. This is a great word. What are our resources? Well, those are useful things. These could be natural things. They could be capital, like money, and they can be human resources. So a resource could be a person. Okay, so those are the definitions we're going to talk about, and these are the things that we're going to concentrate on for today. We're going to talk about our wants and our needs, and what is the difference. So our needs are just that, what we need, What do we need to live? Well, some examples of things that we need to keep us healthy and safe are food, clothing, shelter. Those are things we need to have. And that's in contrast maybe to things that we want. Our needs are different from our wants. We want toys, or we want video games, or we want our stuffies, but we really don't need these things to survive. These are things we want. Okay. Let's talk about a story. So let's explore needs and wants. Let's go shopping. Look at this money. You can buy things with it. What will you buy? You can buy a toy with money. You can buy a snack too. A toy is fun to play with. It can make you happy, but it's not a need. Food keeps you healthy and strong. Your body must have food to grow. Food is a need. Clothes are another need. They cover you up and they keep you warm. What else do you need to live? A game is a want. You may like to have it, but you can live without it. Candy is another want. Many kids like candy, but no one needs candy to live. What are some of your wants? Families buy things they need first. They buy food and clothes. They spend money on their place to live. Sometimes money is left over. Then families can buy something they want and they can have fun together. Are these needs or wants? Look at the pictures. Point to what things you need to live. Then point to the things that are wants. Well, what pictures do we need to have? We need food. We need clothes. Do we need ice cream? Ice cream's nice to have, but we don't need it to live. That would be a want. This is a game. Do we need a game or do we want a game? We want a game, but we don't need it to live. Money. These are bills and coins. We're used these to buy things. We've talked a lot about the different kinds of money. We've counted money. Everyone should be familiar with that. A need, again, something you must have to live. You spend money. You use money to buy the things you want and the things you need. A want, though, is something you would like to have, but you don't need to have. Okay, so let's play a little game here, talking about needs and our wants. A need is something I can live without, or I can thrive without it. I cannot live without it, though. I need it. Wants, I could live or thrive without it. Air. Do I need air or do I just want air? Well, we absolutely need air to live. What about a new bicycle? Do we need a bicycle or do we just want a new bicycle? Yes, we would want a bicycle. How about a new iPad tablet? Do we need an iPad or do we want one? Well, we probably just want one. How about the sun? Do we need the sun to live or do we just want the sun to shine? That's right. Well, if you think about it, we kind of need the sun for everything because that's how our plants grow. How about warm clothes? Do we need warm clothes or we just want them? Well, when it's cold out, we would definitely need them, not just want them. How about shoes? Shoes we kind of need. Different types of shoes, we might say, well, we don't need anything fancy, but we need shoes on our feet. How about a puppy? Do we need a puppy or do we just want a puppy? Yeah, we probably want a puppy. How about a toy car? Do we need a toy car or do we want a toy? Again, we probably just want a toy. Okay, so I think we've got a pretty good understanding about wants and needs. And today for me, you have a worksheet similar to this where you're going to divide the needs and the wants that are on the worksheet. So if you have any questions about your needs and your wants, you can feel free to email me or we can talk about it when we Zoom or FaceTime. All right, second grade. Oh, you know what? I have one more book I'd like to share with you. Can I do that? Need it or want it? Do you know the difference between a need and a want? Well, we've been talking about it. A need is something you must have to live a safe and healthy life. Food, clothing, and shelter are examples of needs. A want is something you would like to have but do not need to survive. A new video game is an example of a want. Sometimes I see a new toy on TV and I think it would be really nice to have it. You can be safe and healthy without new toys. Here's a fact. More than $2 billion a year are spent on ads directed towards children. These ads make you think you need these things. When you have enough food, shelter, and clothes, your family can shop to buy extra things that you want, like a new toy. There are some people in your community who need food or clothing. You can help them by donating your old clothes or donating foods to food banks or donation centers. Here's another fact. Food pantries provide food for people who cannot afford it. Food banks are warehouses that give food to the pantries. Donation centers help people get food and clothes when they don't have enough money to buy the things they need. You can help by donating your clothes. You are a responsible community member when you help others get the things they need. You can also help others get the things they want. You can donate the toys and games that you don't play with anymore. It feels good to help others get the things they need and want. What do you need and what do you want? Well, we did talk about this. Probably water is a need. Food is a need. All right? And obviously, video games, iPods, bicycles, those are all things we just want, not things we need to have. And here's a picture glossary of the things we talked about. Your community. We are really good and generous because we are a community at St. John Paul that has been blessed with so many things. And I know we have donated a lot of things to a food bank. So I would encourage you even now during this time, if you're able to continue to donate to others who don't have the things that we have. We have been so blessed. So again, we're going to talk about needs or wants in your social studies today. You can put this in your interactive notebook for your social studies. You're going to do the worksheet that accompanies this. If you have any questions, let me know. All right, second grade, until next time, bye.